So let's go ahead and shift gears. Oh yeah, let's go. All right, family. So today, with straight from the source, man, we're getting back into the book of Psalms, and like I've said before, man, the book of Psalms is really special because of the way that it really just gives that practical, and even further than that practical, this is like the conversation. Like you're getting led into the conversation that David's having with God, and sometimes David's talking out loud, and sometimes David talking to himself, but you get to get in the trenches with David here, and that's really what I love about the book of Psalms. And we're going to be in verse one, well, chapter 127 of Psalms. We're going to take it from the top, starting from the first verse. And the text reads just like this. Okay, here we go. Unless the Lord builds a house, they who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord guards a city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is futile for you to rise up early, to stay up late, to eat this bread of painful labor. This is how he gives to his beloved sheep. I'm going to read it one more time. Unless the Lord builds a house, they who build it labor in vain. Mm, mm. Unless the Lord guards a city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is futile for you to rise up early, to stay up late, to eat the bread of painful labor. This is how he gives to his beloved sheep. Yeah, this text here, it can't be any more clear of what's going on and what's being stated in this text. One of the first things I want to pull out is, the verse is highlighting just human effort, right? And if it be building, and if it be protecting for oneself, and you're eliminating God from the picture, it's no good. It's null and void. We have to have dependence on God, especially knowing, seeing, and understanding that, yeah, there's a lot of things we can do. But if God doesn't bless it, if God doesn't cover it, if God doesn't protect it, then what good will it be? It won't. The other part is looking at what it means to have divine provision, right? So think about some one of your most prized possessions, right? You probably have it in your house, and you got it in your room, and you might have it in a special box or a special case, and then it might be locked, and then it might have a code, and then you go through all of this to make sure that there's true security around it, right? And this is even what I want to parallel in terms of divine provision, right? Because there's true security, there's prosperity, and even the ability to rest. Here are the gifts for God's beloved. Family, us being of the body of Christ, we have the ability and the gift to rest. In the book of Genesis, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the first 6 days, then God takes a step back. He says, it's good. And then rest takes place. And if God, the creator of the heaven, the creator of earth, the creator of the universe, all the birds, bees, chickens, ducks, dogs, and cats around us, if he saw benefit in resting, then therefore we should also not only see benefit in resting, but we should know that rest is mandatory. We got to find time to rest. And I'm guilty. I'll go first. I'll throw myself at the mercy of the court. There are times to where I lose sight of this. There are times where I'm like, man, but I got to send this last email. But I got to post this clip. I got to put this content out. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to da 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 da. And I'm going down this long laundry list of things that I feel that I have to do. Because if I don't do this, then I'm going to miss getting seen. If I don't do this, then I miss my opportunity to get this gig, or get this opportunity to get this check or that check or whatever it might be, right? It could be chasing check in a moment's notice. It could be chasing clout. But either way, what I'm saying is I'm still in process, and I'm still learning this myself, that John, You got to know it's okay to rest. And I'm saying to y'all, family, you got to know it's okay to rest. It's okay to breathe. It's okay to Selah. All right. Because the text lets us know that when we don't rest, right, where it says it is futile for you to rise up early and to stay up late and to eat the bread of painful labor, right? Because there's one thing to where when you're working and you're doing, and this is just the typical work, like you work the 9 to 5 or whatever it might be. You go into work, you come off work. Hey, that is expected and that is understood. But then there's the point to where we're talking about overtime. So now you're getting further spent, you're getting further stretched, you're being further challenged in a way to where you weren't expecting, you didn't see. And now this is when, like it says, futile. The definition of futile is pointless. So now you're working, and it's almost the equivalent to you running on a treadmill, to where you're running, exerting energy, but you're not going nowhere. So, family, that's why we're reminded at the end of this text. You're reminded, I'm reminded, we're all reminded that he gives to his beloved sheep. He gives to his beloved sheep. It's one thing to where when you have to go at doing this work and doing this life all alone, struggling. But it's another thing when you're in partnership with God, man, because human work ultimately has value, right? But imagine when you partner with God, and not only is this isn't being, not only are you going, you're now not having to go in opposition to his will or without acknowledging him, but now he's going to bat with you and for you. So now you can get further by doing less. And then lastly, this text reveals to us that it allows us, with God's involvement in our lives, it brings peace and it brings rest, right? So now we're not being anxious and we're not toiling and in constant effort trying to achieve things without him, but now we're able to have the peace that passes all understanding. We're able to relax, we're able to kick back, we're able to set our feet up, all because why? Because he gives his beloved sheep rest. Family, today, let's be in partnership with God. Let's be in partnership with God. I'm going to work on it too, y'all. I'm going to work on it too. But let's be in partnership with God so we're not toiling in vain. Family, that's been straight from the source. If you're enjoying this content, be sure to hit those thumbs up buttons to make sure YouTube knows that you appreciate us, just like we appreciate you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any episode. We'll be right back with more Speaking Success in the Morning after this quick commercial break.